نجدد الحمد لله ونثني بالصلاة على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. أما بعد أحبتي في الله، نعيش مع كتاب الله مع سورة الفلق، وهي سورة مكية آياتها 5. كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يكثر من تلاوتها، فلا يمر عليه يوم تقريبا إلا ويتلوها، وخاصة في وتره أو في أذكار نومه أو في خلال الأذكار خلال اليوم. ولذا من الجميل التعرض لبعض المعاني الواردة فيها، حتى عندما يتلوها الإنسان يستحضر بعضا من تلك المعاني. إن شاء الله we are going to talk around Surah Al-Falaq, and it is Meccan Surah, and it has only 5 verses. The Prophet he used to recite it almost in a daily basis, and he will include it in his adhkar, in the morning adhkar, evening adhkar, and before bed adhkar, when he will collect his hands and recite al-falaq al-nas, and then he blow on air, and then he will rub whatever he can reach from the front of his body. And he used to recite it in his water salah and many another occasion throughout the day. So you can say it's one of the surahs that the Prophet ﷺ loves, and it's most recited surah for many of us, and that's why we need to extract some of the meanings, so when we recite it we reflect upon and we attach to what we are saying. Surah Al-Falaq يقول سبحانه وتعالى: قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. The simple meaning for this was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the Exalted said, I seek refuge in the Lord of daybreak, from the evil of what is He created, and from the evil of the darkness when it settles, and from the evil of flowers in knots, and from the evil of the enviers when he envies. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق. نلاحظ هناك ظاهرة عامة في هذه السورة تتحدث عن أنواع من الشرور الخارجية. سورة الناس تكلمت عن بعض الشرور الداخلية، وهنا بعض الأمور الخارجية التي يجب على الإنسان أن يأخذ حذره منها، فإنها تبدو أول الأمر بسيطة ثم تتفاقم. ولهذا جاء ذكر الفلق، فالفلق أمر فيه انفجار يحدث بسيطا ثم ينتشر، وتعبير العلماء أنه الصبح هو هذا مثال على الفلق، وإنما يدخل فيه غيره. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق، والخلق أيضا بدأ بلا عدد ثم انتشر، فأيضا فيه انتشار، فأنت ربما معرفتك بمحيطين حولك، ولكن في الحقيقة هو أعظم من ذلك. ثم قال سبحانه: من شر غاسق إذا وقب. الغاسق هو الليل إذا اشتد ظلامه، يبدأ بسيطا ثم يزداد. فالملاحظ في هذه الصورة عن أنواع من الشرور هي في الحقيقة ربما لا يلتفت إليها بعض الناس، ولكن قد تزداد حتى تفسد على الإنسان حياته وربما دينه. ولذلك نرجع ونلجأ إلى الله سبحانه وتعالى نسأله العون في ذلك. وقال سبحانه قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق، ولم يقل فيما بعدها بالعطف بمجرد أنه ذكر الشرور فقط كتعداد، وإنما أعاد الجملة مرة أخرى وقال ومن شر ومن شر ومن شر، حتى تحذر منها كأنها أمور منفصلة ليست شيئا واحدا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to seek refuge. And any command to the Prophet sallam is a command for his ummah, unless there is a reason that was only for the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that's specific for him. كل أمر للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم هو أمر لأمته ما لم توجد قرينة تصرف ذلك وتبين أن ذلك خاص بالنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. So there's no reason that this command only for the Prophet ﷺ, that from to the Prophet ﷺ and to his ummah. And if the Prophet ﷺ, the one Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected, were asked to seek refuge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for protection, what do you think about us? So we should ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for protection from those type of evil. Where sometimes we then consider that as an evil. And this is the problem. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala connected with the meaning that started small and then spread. It's kind of an explosion. That's why al-falaq, the word falaq, it comes with that. Because when the scholars mention that falaq at daybreak, that is just an example of it. But it includes anything that started small and then widely spread, where sometimes it's hard to contain, hard to control it. And it might not only harm you, but even harm others, and will definitely overwhelm you. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ, from the evil for what he created. And even as a human, we started a little like in numbers and then spread here and there, and you didn't know the one you deal and mangle with. So you have to select, in this case, in order to protect yourself from what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have created. And you have to use your intellect in this. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ. Most of the time, the problems happen because we are innocent. And we are sometimes too much that we are naive. We're not even considering that there are evil, there, and we are deal as if it is nothing is there. Until the problems overwhelm us and we cannot get out of it. So we have to know there's a good and bad in there. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give us a warning. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ. So do not be too much innocent, think everything is good. As the babies, when they think everyone is their friends and everyone is good, but this is not the reality. And most of the problems comes from our surrounding. وَمِنْ شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبَ. The time, غَسَق, the time of a darkness. When became even darker. But the غَسَق, that's when it just started, the beginning of the night, and then goes on will be more darker. And this is just an example, actually, for the kind of evil. Nowadays, if you think of it, most of the crimes happen at night. Most of the problems happen at night. Most of the ma'asi happen at night. Subhanallah, it's a time what's supposed to be time of sakina, of calmness, but it's happened, subhanAllah, as the evil is there, it became the time of all kind of problems. So that's why we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protection of that. From the things that normally you think it's good, but it turned to be it's not. وَمِنْ شَرِّ النَّفَّاثَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ. Naffatat, some scholars would say that, the magic or the evil that happening there and there. But it means that anything it's hidden that you're not aware of it, and that might, will be out of control and could cause evil for you. So the example of it, that's نفاثات في العقد ومن شر النفاثات, as an example in this. ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد, from the evil of the envy. That the envier, he has a kind of a negative energy himself, he cannot even contain. That's why harm the person himself and harm the others. And the envier, he's the enemy for himself and enemy for others, and he's the enemy for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because he will think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has injustice. How come that Allah will give so and so and not giving me? That's how he would think. So because of that evil, he might actually cause harm to others. And if you notice the connection between وَمِن شَرِّ النَّفَّاثَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ وَمِن شَرِّ حَاسِدٍ حَسَدٍ, what's the connection of that? The hasad, it's a reason for people to do actually harm to others, to do sihr, to try intentionally to go after people. So that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned as the last type of evil, not because just it's the worst things, but this might be the source for other type of evils that we have to protect ourselves from that. And sometimes it's hard to protect yourself from this. As I said, it started something small and little and then break, like a falaq, where it's hard to contain. And now, looking at this, these just an examples from the evil outside. And who would protect you from all of that? That the things that you might consider or might not consider, you might take it seriously or not, that's not but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one He will protect you from all of that. And you don't know throughout the day that's how many things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected you from. You don't know how much. That's why we have to appreciate that when the day passed with the ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and nothing harmful that happened to you. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, من بات آمنا في سربه معافا في بدنه عنده قوت يومه فقد حيزت له الدنيا. Allah, we have to be happy and rejoice. As Rasulullah said, whoever that slept with security, with peace in his place, has aman. Aman. This is a ni'mah, great ni'mah. Sometimes within our lives until that will be taken away from us. And you have your provision of your day. Not only you have your storage and multiple storage in your home that's full of things. No, just you have whatever that can satisfy you for that day. And the Prophet said, and you are healthy. You have good body and good shape, and you can do your minimum activities for your personal needs. The three things which sometimes never consider. What Rasulullah said about it? As if all pleasure of dunya was gathered for you. Wallahi. But sometimes we belittle the ni'mah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now going back to the ayat, there are many evil that outside, nobody can protect you from that but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you don't know how that it could be out of control and not being contained. And if you want to contain it, and if you want to protect yourself from it, go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and say, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ وَمِنْ شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبَ وَمِنْ شَرِّ النَّفَّاثَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ وَمِنْ شَرِّ حَاسِدٍ إِذَا حَسَدَ. اللهم إنا نسألك أن تحفظنا من الشرور كلها. اللهم احفظنا من الشرور ما ظهر منها وما بطن. اللهم نسألك العفو والعافية والمعافاة الدائمة في الدين والدنيا والآخرة. اللهم وفقنا إلى ما تحب وترضاه، واعط لكل عبد منا من الخير ما نواه، وصلي وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد ومن والاه. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.